Houston, Texas, the home of the NASA Johnson Space Center, some of college football's most prolific passers in the sports history, and of course the hometown of our own Marc Henry. I'm Ben Spicer, joined alongside Marc Henry, Adam Sandoval, and CJ Gilbert. We're here in Houston at the Houston Marriott North for this weekend's Meet Me in the H tournament. Over 100 teams have signed up. I'm not very good at math, guys, but over 100 teams, that's at least 10 players a team. That's over 1,000 kids here in Houston this weekend for our tournament, right?
Right.
I've got that right.
Right.
Okay. I'm from Kentucky, so I'm just kind of trying to catch up.
Arithmetic 101.
Yeah. There we go. Okay. So we wanted to spotlight not only some teams that you guys should be on the lookout for, but also some players. And I want to start with a kid who's played 15U in previous DR7 tournaments, but this weekend, him and his team will be playing up in the 18U ranks. I'm talking about Dylan Thomas from DAB, and the thing that stands out about him, obviously he was an incredible talent in the 7-on-7 ranks, but when you look at his high school huddle film, this kid is a specimen. Here he is lined up at linebacker. You see him run over a kid and then come up to make the tackle. He's a guy who can play anywhere on defense. He said he's even played on the defensive line. Obviously, though, he excels at defensive back and at wide receiver. Here he is making a play on the ball, quarterback chucking up into the end zone. Dylan is right there to make the play. He was an underclassman playing up in the varsity ranks last year, and obviously figures to be big for his team over the next couple years down around the Houston area. And as we said, not only a guy who can play defense, but also on offense. There he is lined up to the wide side of the screen, the right side of the screen, making a play on offense. Wow, just a nice ran route that time from Dylan Thomas. You can check him out playing up in 18U this weekend with his DAB team, a past champion. We go now to UCJ. Who do you have for us?
Yeah, I have another guy from class 2025 in 15U, Ryan Multovich, and he's a really good guy playing with Prime Truth. And this first touchdown is a cakewalk. It's easy. It's over the top safety. Catches the guy looking, just easy touchdown. But this next clip right here shows why he's one of those guys that he can be a next level guy at 15U. Just a nice up and out route by him. Another easy completion touchdown for him. He has an Arkansas State offer, interest in Stanford, so he's a really good guy. I just want to, he gets out in space really good, knows how to really run his routes. Like, that's one thing at the 15U ranks that you don't really see as much. You don't have guys at 15, 14 years old that understand concepts of routes and everything like that. So Multovich is one of those guys that he understands how to get open and how to read zones and how to get off man press and all that good stuff at 15 years old. Like I said, he has an Arkansas State offer, and at 9th grade, that's really, really good for him.
That's outstanding, and obviously you have to be an incredible player in the state of Florida to play as a true freshman. So, Adam, you've got a local guy here where actually our tournament's going to be held at CA King High School. Who do you have for us?
I'm going to bring on Logan Mackey. To me, he's one of the best all-around athletes going to be performing this weekend. I mean, like we said, coming out of CE King High School this weekend, playing for Lone Star 7v7. Now, first off, he's got a no-fly zone. You're going to see here at the top, he's going to drop back enough where the quarterback doesn't see him. Then he comes right back underneath and gets the interception. And, I mean, that just shows the defensive way. He ain't going to let nothing get caught on his path. Next play right here, he going one-on-one. I've never seen him back down from anybody before. I've seen him on the circuit many of times, and he's ready to go one-on-one with you, fight for the ball. Also, other part of all-around athlete, making tackles. Here he's making a tackle while being blocked, gets a tackle for loss in the screenplay. And then even here, he gets a tackle and a forced fumble. I mean, playing in Texas high school football, CE King, one of the toughest districts in the state. These plays aren't easy to come by. Playing for Lone Star 7v7. It's one of the teams I got on, a team to watch for later as well. Very good team, and they have very great athletes on both sides of the ball.
Looking forward to seeing him out there, a local kid, and he should be pretty comfortable out there on those fields. Mark, you've also got a Texas kid that you want to spotlight.
Well, we got a quarterback coming out of Keller Central High School in DFW, Ericlden Ryan's class of 2025 for the Young Bulls. Kind of reminds me of RG3. He can move around in the pocket as well as throw pinpoint balls down the field. He's got a great deep ball. We've seen him on the 7-on-7 circuit the last couple of years. As you can see, he moves well, but his deep ball has great touch for a young guy. You don't see that on the varsity level from a freshman quarterback very often. And you'll see here shortly he can cut up and get up the field, and he's got next level speed. As you see, he darts up, and it's lights out. You can call the mama, you can call the fat lady singing. This man is going to the end zone. This is what he does. I believe he's going to be a top quarterback before he graduates. But then Keller Central is in a 6A program a little bit north of DFW. You don't see them, they play South Lake Carroll, the Hazlitt Eatons and those guys a lot. They don't get a lot of pub, but this guy's probably going to bring a lot of limelight to Keller Central.
Looking forward to seeing him. Obviously, there's a lot of talent. As we said, over 1,000 kids will be here for our tournament, Meet Me in the H with DR7. So we wanted to put a list together of some other players that you should keep an eye on. We'll start with some of Mark and Adam's picks. Guys, take it away. Who do we have here to look out for?
I mean, first name on the list you're going to see here is Adrian Boogie Wilson, playing for the Young Bulls this tournament. And also to go with that, his cousin is coming on along with him, Davo Spruill. Me and Mark know South Oak Cliff state champion, and he's still here to get the work in on the 7v7 circuit.
Absolutely. And then you got Brayden Tatum from Lone Star High School for 9'4" elite, 6'4", 185 pounds. Dual athlete, can play on the offensive side and the defensive side. Coming from the Denton County area is a guy to watch.
And we've also got Corey Nanette, 10U Beaumont Legends quarterback, class of
Can
2030.
swing it. You need to check this guy out. He throws well on the run for a guy so young. This is a guy that you need to watch and continue.
Let's take a look at me and CJ's picks now. We put together some. We've got some guys from Texas as well to keep an eye out on this weekend.
Yeah, Calvin Parker, he's going to be one of those guys that is really, really good, and then on top of that, like I said, the guys that you guys even brought up, as we put up on the screen, Calvin Parker right there. Calvin Parker is a guy that I saw in Ruston 2 weeks ago, last week, and really he was a good guy that for the bootleggers, just his temperament, he was a good guy as far as like just running his routes. I like to look at offensive guys, younger guys that really haven't really fully developed yet into the 18-year-old ranks yet. But at the same time, he's a really good guy as far as like, just knowing how to clear space in and out of movements and everything like that. Very, very poised guy at 15U. So he's a really good guy to look out for.
Jonah Williams, teammates with Dylan Thomas, who we highlighted earlier. He's another really top-of-the-line receiver that he'll be making that jump from 15 to 18U. Eli Bowen of 940 Elite, younger guy who's gotten several offers. His older brother Peyton actually won't be here this weekend with 940 Elite. He's got to visit to Alabama. I'd say that's pretty important, guys. What do you think?
I think if Nick Saban calls you, take that call. That kind of trumps everything. I mean, you talk about the meat and potatoes, he's got it.
Yeah, absolutely. Looking at some other guys on that list, Team Mamba has several mentions as well. A big thanks to Coach Reggie for helping us out there. And if you're a team or a coach watching this and you want your kid mentioned on future episodes of DR Roundtable, make sure you drop us a line, send us a DM to our inbox on DR Sports or any of our personal social media accounts. Before we close things out, there are several teams competing this weekend at Meet Me in the H that have a chance to be two-time champions for the first time ever on the DR7 circuit. Of course, DAB playing up in 18U. They were the 15U King Classic champions. Orlando Elite flying all the way from Florida to compete here in Texas this weekend. They won the 10U Meet Me in Florida championship. I think I just made up a name for a tournament. That's okay. It was Kickoff in Florida. Their 12U team was runner-up. 14U very talented as well. The New Orleans Dolphins 14U team, they won our Peach Classic 14U division. Bootleggers Southwest Louisiana's 14U team is here as well. They won the Kickoff in Texas. Then you've also got Cat Takeover 23, who was the 18U champion in the Peach Classic, and then STE, who was runners-up in the King Classic in 15 and 18U. Guys, any teams that you all are eager to see?
Yeah, like I said, that Bootleggers team, the Southwest Louisiana Bootleggers team for 15U, 14U, I think they're really, really good. They're going to be one of those in a deep 15U tournament. Like, it's going to be really tight and fun to watch those guys, the Bootlegger Southwest Louisiana team. That's who I'm looking for.
I'm going to have to go with STE Elite. Like you said, they fell short at the King Classic. I think it's no surprise that they're back here in the Meet Me in the H. They got a little chip on their shoulder, and they want revenge. I think they want to hoist up that trophy in their hometown. I mean, their offense, we saw, can make big plays, and they got some players on my guys, a duo quarterback and receiver that I want to keep an eye on that might look to get them to go over the hump to win that championship.
I'm going to throw a team that you guys probably never heard of. Your Moment is now training. They're from the Houston area. Look for them in 15U to make some noise. They got some guys that are coming up from Klein Cain, from Needville, and some schools around the Houston area that you might want to get to know.
Well, make sure you guys come out tomorrow and Sunday to CE King High School for the Meet Me in the H tournament. Over 100 teams coming from across the United States to compete here on the DR7 circuit.